Well, welcome to week one of Because It's Worth It. I can't tell you how excited I am. We've been looking forward to this series and praying about this series for a long time. And I'm excited as I think about you spread out among the city and gathering in groups and in homes, various dates and locations. I'm thrilled that we have an opportunity to go deeper in a conversation together. You know, there's something special about gathering together with your brothers and sisters in Christ together, maybe in a smaller setting beyond the Sunday morning, and talking about what Jesus might be speaking to us individually and what he might be speaking to us corporately as a church family. To do that, before we launch into some discussion in your groups, I wanted to kind of recap some things that we talked about on Sunday. Let me just kind of refreshen some of those things in your mind so that we're all on the same page. The first thing we talked about was this idea that our core beliefs drive our behavior. That's true for us individually, that's true for us corporately as a church family. Like what we truly believe, not what we say we believe, but what we truly believe drives how we live. And that the reason that came up was because I shared with you really five key steps I believe that Jesus was leading us toward as a church family. Let me remind you what those were. First one was, of course, the word believe, not believing in God. We believe in God as a church family, not believing if he's able. We've preached and taught and embraced that for a long, long time. But do we believe Jesus? Do we believe what Jesus has said is our mission as a church family? The other thing we talked about is ideas that of consecrating ourselves, that it's only when we truly believe Jesus' command for us to go that we'll consecrate ourselves to it, that we'll set ourselves apart, that we'll begin to align our life spiritually and practically to meeting that mission, not only as a church, but us individually in our own personal lives. The third step we're going to be looking at in the next few weeks is the idea of stepping out. Then we're going to talk about this idea of sacrifice. What is sacrifice? What kind of sacrifice is Jesus calling us to? And the last, of course, is to persevere. And we'll look at that over the next few weeks. But I'm excited about this journey. But let me recap a few things, some major points from Sunday's message. And that was to really kind of hit home what we believe as a church and then recognize, do those reconcile with us, with me individually, and for us as a church family. The first thing we said is that we believe the Great Commission is our mission as a church. We believe the Great Commission is our mission as a church. We don't believe it's something else. We believe this is the call to us and for us as a church. The second thing we said we believe was this, that we believe that Radiant Church is just as much for the lost as it is for the found. That it's not just for a holy huddle. It's not just for those that call Radiant home, that we believe that not only is Radiant for those that call it home, but those that call it home are called to go that are lost, go to those who are lost. The third thing we said was we believe each have a part to play to complete this mission. We believe that each have a part to play in completing this mission. And I want to encourage you as you think through this, that you're thinking about what is my role in helping change the world in and through my church family. The last thing we talked about was we believe that reaching the unchurched is worth any cost. It's worth any cost to reach the lost because, and we know this is important because you and I once were lost. You and I once were unchurched. And so we believe that just like we've been found, we want to go find others and bring the good news of Jesus to them. And so as we've been reflecting and thinking about this, I thought of kind of a familiar illustration I think I've shared with the church before, but I think it resonates and will kind of meet our needs even in this moment. I want you to imagine that on a Saturday morning, me and the boys wake up and let's pretend that Erin's at work doing her wonderful nursing skills, but let's say that me and the boys wake up and we're going to spend the afternoon together. But before we do that, I've got some morning errands that I need to do. And so imagine that I gather my boys together and I say, hey guys, listen, here's the deal. We're going to have a great fun afternoon together. We're going to enjoy some quality time together. But before we do that, I've got to run some errands. And while I'm away, what I need you to do is I need you both to clean your individual rooms. You got it? And let's say they say, yeah, Dad, we got it. You want us to clean our rooms. That's exactly right. I want you to clean your rooms because when I come back, I want to be able to see that that's been done. Well, they give me thumbs up, high fives. They're ready to rock, fist pounds, whatever. They're excited about the afternoon. So they're excited about being able to do whatever they need to do. So I slip out and I begin to run my errands. Now I want you to imagine that, let's say about maybe an hour and a half into my time being away, I'm still running my errands I might text the boys and say, hey boys, are you cleaning your room? Are you getting your stuff done? Yeah, Dad, we got it. We're doing it. And let's say that I'm like, great, that's awesome. They're on it today. That's fantastic. I'm feeling great as a dad. And then let's say that right before I'm going to head from my final location, my errand that I'm running, let's say that I finally pick up the phone and say, boys, I'm on my way to the house. I'm looking forward to picking you up. But I just want to confirm, hey, you've gotten done what you need to get done. Yep, Dad, you got it. You wanted us to clean our rooms. We're on it. Great. So then let's say I get to the house, right? And I'm excited. I'm looking forward. I'm upbeat. I'm excited about taking them on the journey of spending time together for the afternoon. But as I go into the house and I'm going to pick them up, I happen to go check on them upstairs. And as I round the corner in the hallway, I realize they've not cleaned the rooms at all. I mean, there's clothes everywhere. There's stuff, junk piled into corners. As I open the closet, it looks like a junkyard. And I turn and look at the boys and say, guys, look, I told you before I left, I wanted you to clean your room. You didn't clean your room. I said I called you, I texted you, I sent a carrier pigeon, right? What happened? I thought we were on the same page. And imagine one of my sons looking back and he said, no, Dad, but no, listen, while you're gone, we read some books about cleaning rooms. In fact, we wrote a couple of songs. We actually got together and we sang about cleaning rooms, cleaning the rooms, cleaning the rooms. And we sang songs. It was powerful. It was very, very powerful. In fact, we had some people over and we actually did a study on what it would be like and how powerful it would be if we actually cleaned our rooms. Now, right now you're thinking, that's insane. But isn't it much like sometimes what we do in the church? We talk about going and ministering to the rest of the world. We talk about going and making disciples. We say we believe in Matthew 28 of the Great Commission, but sometimes it's a lot of talk and no action. The church might have activities, the church might have some stuff going on, but when you press into core beliefs, have we come to a place individually that said, what's my role in actually making disciples? What's my role in helping the church accomplish its mission? And if it's true that we all believe that it's going to take every single one of us, it's crucial that we're on the same page with this. This is why I believe this is the first step in what Jesus is asking us to go to as a church. Do we believe him that Matthew 28, the Great Commission, is our marching orders? And so here's what I want you to do. I want you to go back to Matthew chapter 28, and I want you to read that passage together. You can have someone read aloud and read that passage through together again. And then I want you to begin to wrestle with some of these questions. The first question I want you to think about is, I want you to share an example from your life of a time when your expressed beliefs and your actions were not in alignment. I mean, haven't we all been there, right? I want you to share a time when your expressed beliefs, what you said you believe, and then your actions when they weren't in alignment. The second question I want you to think about is this next one, which is this. With Jesus painting a picture of a church that will go into all the world, what internal beliefs keep followers of Jesus stuck in a stay mentality? And what beliefs are needed to counter these? I want you to think about what kind of keeps people stuck, and what internal beliefs do we need to adopt that'll help us move forward in actually countering maybe some of those things that we previously believed. The last question, and this is really application, rubber meets the road. What would aligning your life practically to the Great Commission of Jesus look like? What would aligning your life practically to the Great Commission of Jesus look like? What would it look like for you? You've thought about what it is for the church or what it is for Pastor Nathan, but what would it mean for you to align your life practically with meeting the Great Commission? I love you. Enjoy your time together. I'm praying for you and look forward to what God's going to continue to do in and through us as a church family.